Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, July 27th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's episode of AEW Dynamite broadcast live on TBS from the MVP Arena in Albany, New York. In the main event, the Lucha Brothers emerged victorious in a three-way tag team match against Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley of the Blackpool Combat Club, as well as Best Friends. Swerve Strickland defeated Darby Allin after Allin was attacked by a masked figure revealed to be AR Fox, who then officially joined Strickland's Mogul Embassy.
For him taking Darby in.
And now, apparently the newest member of the Mogul Embassy is AR Fox.
Oh, that's a hell of a member. I don't understand this.
Well, we saw Darby was really ticked off after what AR Fox did to Orange Cassidy after Orange was victorious.
Earlier in the night, Fox and his one-time ally Allin had words after Fox cheap-shotted international champion Orange Cassidy following his loss to Cassidy. The champion was also attacked following the match by Jon Moxley. Adam Cole was confronted during a promo segment by longtime associate Roderick Strong regarding Cole's new friendship with AEW World Champion MJF. During another promo segment, FTW champion Jack Perry was challenged to a match by AEW trainer and former wrestler Jerry Lynn, which was scheduled for next week's show.
So go ahead, keep running that mouth. You will get your ass kicked.
Me. I'm going to get my ass kicked. Is that right? Yeah, I'd like to see who's going to kick my ass. Who's... Okay. I'm obviously not dressed for a fight right now, Jerry, okay? So relax. We're going to do this on my time. But since you're feeling so ballsy, how about next week you come out here into my ring and we'll see who gets their ass kicked.
In other results, Pac defeated Gravity by submission and Britt Baker beat Taya Valkyrie. In ratings news, NXT drew its third highest audience of the year this week and also its highest key demographic rating since the show moved to Tuesday nights in April 2021, according to WrestleNomics. The total audience for the show on the USA Network was 703,000, down 5% from last week's 746,000 viewers. But in the key demo, the rating for the episode was a .23, up from last week's .21, and representing 297,000 viewers. In news from Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling presented Day 8 of the 33rd Annual G1 Climax Tournament yesterday inside Tokyo's Kurikan Hall. In Block C matches, the winners were Tama Tonga, Tomohiro Ishii, Shingo Takagi, and Evil. Currently leading Block C is Tonga and Evil with 6 points apiece. The Block D victors were Jeff Cobb, Shane Haste, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Alex Coughlin. Cobb leads Block D with 8 points. Day 9 of the G1 Climax is set to take place today in Tokyo. And in some unfortunate news, Tommy Siegler, Southeastern ring veteran of the 1970s, passed away on Tuesday, according to an announcement on social media from his daughter, Tara Siegler-Wilson. Siegler spent much of his career in Jim Crockett's Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, where he first broke into the business in 1969, but was also a regular in places like Eddie Graham's Championship Wrestling from Florida, the Fuller's Southeastern Championship Wrestling, Fritz Von Erich's and Paul Bosch's Dallas-Houston territory, and Georgia Championship Wrestling. He also spent a year in the early 70s wrestling for Ann Gunkel's rival Georgia promotion, All South Wrestling Alliance, where he held the Georgia TV title and the Georgia Tag Team title with the Super Gladiator. Other titles won by Siegler include the Macon Tag Team title with Argentina Apollo, the Southeastern TV title, and the Florida Heavyweight title, which he took from the Missouri Mauler in 1976. Born in Virginia and raised in South Carolina, Siegler transitioned into pro wrestling from his first career in construction. Siegler's wrestling career was cut short at the age of 39 when he suffered 3 ruptured discs in his back during a match with the Iron Sheik in Singapore in December 1977. He went on to work in law enforcement during the 80s and 90s, later becoming head of security for the Anderson County Courthouse in his hometown of Anderson, South Carolina. Siegler is survived by 3 children and 4 grandchildren. He was 84 years old. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.